The dip is a fairly straightforward move compared to the lunges and the pull-ups and the triad muscle revolution. The first thing you want to do is establish a good amount of control and stability here on the straps or on gymnastics rings, keeping the feet down on the floor, ensuring that the elbows don't wing out and that your head isn't pigeoning forward or dipping downwards. All of the movement from a dip comes from the elbows and the shoulder. Holding the feet slightly off the floor just like this gives you the ability to lay your feet down on the floor and have control at any point. Elbow goes straight back, and the challenge is to completely straighten out the elbow at the top, which requires a significant amount of tricep and shoulder strength as well. Holding for roughly 30 seconds to a minute is a pretty good goal to have. Once you're there, you can start going through the motion of the dip with the feet on the floor. The more your feet are underneath you, the more you will have an assist. The more behind you, the harder it will be. You can also play around with the range of motion as a way to adjust the resistance. The less range of motion you use, the easier it will be. Shoulders do not shrug up by the ears like Uncle Fester from the Addams Family. You want to keep your entire back engaged all the way down and all the way up. Again, this is where holding and shorter ranges of motion can come in handy to ensure that you have the muscle engagement that you want, and then you can work on having that engagement towards deeper ranges of motion later on as you get stronger. Always keeping things smooth, not scooping the upper body, not jerking the legs around or anything. You want to make sure that the arms, chest, and shoulders are doing all the work here. No momentum, no bouncing. So here we go with the half ranges of motion. Always a good idea just to play around with and make sure that your muscle engagement in this half range of motion is exactly the same as you have at the bottom. You don't want to feel things like your chest turning off, your shoulders or your triceps disengaging towards the bottom. Just like with the pull-ups, you also have the crossed ankle variety to give you a little bit more of a challenge so that your legs are doing less of the work and your arms are forced to do more of the tension as well. Elbows are moving as much straight back as you comfortably can. That way you get a little bit more tricep action there, and your body isn't entirely coming forward. You're trying to basically bring your hands into your armpit and not having yourself leaning forward too much. Sometimes I'm asked, how wide do you want your straps or your rings? A good way to measure it for your own personal body type is roughly about one arm or forearm length with a hand length. Is pretty good, or you can do a little bit wider with a hand width in addition to that if you want a little bit of a wider strap. Play around with whatever feels best for you. When you're ready for the full-on dip, we start our dips just like we start our push-ups, at the bottom. This ensures that you can bring as much muscular tension into your chest, shoulders, and triceps as you like at the most difficult point in the exercise. Then you just simply lift your legs up a little bit and press right on up. It will be more difficult, but it will bring you better results. Questions on the dips at reddeltaproject@gmail.com. Till then, be fit, live free.